King Conquest had Invincible going through hell.
4
For
years
real.
I've been waiting for this. We finally got it, and I'm not gonna lie, Invincible versus Conquest was some immaculate hands getting thrown. So let's just get right to it. We start off with how episode 7 ended with.
This random picture. Such a random ass picture.
With Invincible and Conquest dashing at each other. They clash.
Some Dragon Ball Z
God
shit.
damn, they make this big ass shockwave. We zoom into the two and they're in a test of strength. But Conquest just hit Mark with this mean ass headbutt, yoked his ass up and slammed him right on the ground. And then this evil ass dude Conquest gets up and tells Mark, he's like, hey man, right now, if it was another Viltrumite, they would have been telling you about how the Viltrum Empire could be doing so many good, wondrous things for your planet. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not finna tell you that shit. I don't want you to resist. This old head a demon. Then Conquest tried to grab Mark on the shoulder, but Marcus just turned around, clocked him one good shot on the jaw. Conquest ate that bitch and like, okay, you might be a little nice. So Mark tackles bro through about 11 buildings. He is not letting go of this nigga until they landed their final building.
And bro, when I was seeing the absolute destruction they were causing after they just got through with, defending the city from all the variants of Mark, I can only imagine like how many people were killed during this fight. Now, he hasn't even gotten to the part where Conquest pretty much recreates the Omni-Man and like subway train scene. But dude, all the destruction before that part, there had to be so many fucking casualties.
Conquest gets up first, grabs Mark out the rubble by his arm, starts choking his ass out, screaming in his ear, saying, yeah, nah, I ain't gonna let you die yet, nigga. You gonna have to fight me with some more. I couldn't imagine fighting a nigga at my angriest and I'm getting coached by that nigga I'm mad at. Putting
JC, can we watch something horror? Yeah, I got you.
me down. But Mark breaks free of the choke. This combobulates his ass and then knees this nigga away. Conquest recovers like, yes, very good. And Mark's like, nah, nigga, that was just a warm-up. Hits bro with this 3-piece combo. Double fist punch this nigga upwards. Grabbed him by the leg just to pull him closer to knee him in the sternum. To fly this nigga into the stratosphere. He backed off just to get more speed. And hit Conquest with this mean-ass uppercut, sending him to outer space.
He was just
Mark
eating
pulls up on Conquest at outer space. Post up immediately. Conquest over there. Blood all over his face. Cheesing. Grinning from ear to ear. Yeah, these the type of niggas you don't ever want to run into. Matter of fact, these the type of niggas you don't ever want to see in your life. Because if you run into that nigga, there's just nothing you can do about it, bro. That nigga's in your life and you don't got a life no more. And then this freaked out ass old head blows a blood bubble.
Right.
And morphs that bitch into a heart. Look at Mark's face. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I'd want to stop fighting, bro. I just give Earth to that nigga, because, bro, what are you talking about?
That's how you know this man has Black Air Force One energy, bro. Like, he just is in it for the love of the game. He wants to fight. He wants to see what you're made of. All this like punching and kicking and destruction, he is made for that stuff. So to him, he's having the time of his life. If you are ever in this type of position, and of course, you're not going to be fighting any superheroes or nothing like that. But if you ever meet somebody with this kind of energy, you just need to leave and just pack it up, man. You got it, bro. You got it.
What you do that for, huh? This nigga did not do this shit in the comics. This is some new shit, bro. Conquest then tackles Mark back to Earth. He's over here choking this nigga out, or they're plummeting to Earth, and Mark is punching the piss out of dog. He gets Conquest off of him with this knee to his sternum, and then Mark's...
Well, we know what Thrag will do when he arrives. Oh, do we? Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Are you sure this is gonna go your way? Just talking crazy shit to Conquest, and Conquest is like, damn straight. And Conquest gets his first punch off on Invincible whole fight, and God damn. He punched brother one time, and them eye goggles is done for. Sent that nigga straight to the ground. Ooh. And they be over here watching her son get plastered on the big screen. Oh, nah, this is crazy. Oliver goes to help his brother, and Debbie...
And you know what's the most, like, disturbing part of this whole fight? And it wasn't like, Conquest. I mean, there was a lot of parts, honestly. But it's what Conquest does to Oliver. He almost ripped Oliver in half, dude. And I think the most like unsettling part about that whole scene was it's like Oliver's like crying. You hear his bones like cracking and tearing, and you don't and if Mark did not get there in time, it would have been like disgusting. I mean, it's just crazy, bro.
Bro, to be careful. That boy Marcus is laid out. He turns around and Conquest gave Mark a really on his eye. Brother man over here coughing up blood, realizing he cannot hang with the big boys. Mark starts to see the ground shaking rather as he looks up, and Conquest was flying down top speed at this nigga. Absolutely cooked his ass. And the whole city too. I mean, god damn. Oliver's over here flying as fast as he can to help his brother out. But Conquest is beating Mark's ass so fast that Oliver cannot catch up. Conquest over here skipping this nigga Marcus through buildings. It's looking quite rough for my nigga Mark. Conquest comes flying at Mark at top speed, and oh nah, they didn't have to animate this panel and do it so well, mind you, cause Mark was talking so much shit that he was finna beat Conquest's ass, that he was gonna punch him as hard as he can, just for this nigga Invincible to be like, hold on, wait a second, when this nigga Conquest up the pole. I can't even be mad at bro. Conquest is a different beast. Mark told Conquest to stop, and brother man stopped. He listened at least. He's over here trying to reason with Conquest. Conquest like, what the fuck is he talking about, gang?
That talk no jutsu does not work on Conquest. It proved ineffective. I mean, dog, at this point, I'm surprised Mark would even try to reason with somebody as bloodlusted as Conquest. There's just no reasoning with someone like that.
Slams his ass on the ground.
Oh my
Conquest
God.
is like, nigga, you think I'm gonna let you give up? I'm having a blast. As he starts petting this nigga Mark. If there was ever a time to lock in, it would have been right there. But Conquest is like, you need the right motivation. Starts looking at the humans.
Oh my God.
But Oliver pulls up and clocks Conquest right in the mouth before he could do anything. Oliver over here talking shit too. He said big ass beatdown coming up. Pulled up on Conquest and oh nah. That boy Conquest studied in the school of Bertie Mac because that nigga said fuck them kids. Smacked the piss out of Oliver. Made this nigga's body bounce on the ground. And look bro, impact frame for beating up a child is crazy.
For real.
Grabs little bro by the leg and asks for his name. He doesn't like to kill without knowing who he's killing. But Mark kicks that nigga right in the mouth. He said, you not
This
gonna
is
do
definitely
nothing to my
not
little
Naruto.
brother, nigga. Mark tells Oliver to get out of here and
I want to get my degree done and get
Man, this was such
started
a
on
cool
my
fight.
career.
Earn your bachelor's of science in nursing in just 2
I would say that it was less bloody than the one in the comics.
Conquest did this little slow jog to speed up at these niggas just to aura farm. I know you're fast. You didn't have to start off slow, gang. But Mark threw Oliver out the way and took a tackle right to the side. As he's just palming this nigga Mark by the head, just dragging him through building after building, talking crazy, calling bro an idiot, berating him. Starts dragging this nigga on the ground, throws him at a car. It's like, where is your Viltrumite heart? Until I see it beating from your chest, I don't think you got one, little nigga. Goes for this punch, but Marcus dodged out the way. He's over here asking Mark to show him his rage, and he eats a mean-ass headbutt to the mouth. Over here, drops his ass down to one knee, and Conquest is like, you're almost there, little nigga. Almost. But Mark sees Conquest on one knee, and he's like, oh.
You know what I don't understand? And this is like, I guess, sort of spoilers. So just mind you, click away or just like maybe fast forward into the video. But when Mark meets Anissa, when he meets Anissa for like the second or third time, and you know that thing happens, you know, and it's gonna be really interesting how they do this in the TV show. But I don't understand, if Mark was able to kill Conquest, how was he not able to like fend off Anissa? That's what I don't understand. Maybe there's some context that I'm missing there, but if you're able to go toe to toe with one of the strongest Viltrumites in the universe, how are you not able to fend off Anissa when she does what she does? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, free eats. Starts going to town on this old ass nigga. Conquest started grabbing the ground. He was finna do something, but Mark said, I'm not finna let you pop that off. Grabbed this nigga by the shirt and just started waylaying on this nigga. I mean, pounding this nigga's face with his fist. Pause. Mark started to slow down. He tried to throw this last punch, but
Invincible held back too long. He wants to be a good hero.
Conquest caught that shit.
You know what's crazy about this fight? After this fight, I think he realizes that he won't hesitate to actually kill somebody if they are going to jeopardize the well-being of the people he loves. So,
and it's like, hey, little nigga, if this is all you got, it's not gonna end well for you. As we see, Cecil bitch ass done took some of the dead invincible bodies and is trying to repurpose them for reanimating. As we go to baby girl Adam Eve, she wakes up and she sees her nigga getting plastered on live television. She's like, oh yeah, nah, can't let that slide. Still injured, still got a broken ass leg, suits up and is ready to throw down for her nigga. Hey, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Find you a significant other like Eve. Shorty a ride or die until she dies.
Adam Eve, like Eve is for sure a ride or die. Like she holds down Mark so many times in this comic book or not anime but TV show. It's like it almost makes you wonder if this person actually exist in reality, bro. I mean, every time like she's there for Mark, she's supportive. I mean, this is spoilers too, but just keep in mind, even during like the time skip where he goes back in time and because of this like weird alien that takes him back to the past and the alien takes him, you know, back to the future to join his Eve and his daughter. I mean, even then, Eve still gets back with Mark. And I'm like, bro, like, how does somebody still get back? I mean, yeah, Eve was still like, I mean, she was talking to some other people or some other guy, but I mean, like, there's no one that's down for someone more than Eve is to Mark. You know what I mean?
Mark pulled up on Conquest, tried to hit him with this punch. He got his fist caught. Then Conquest
Season 4 is coming out next year,
with
isn't it?
Mark still in hand,
Probably.
just to slam him into this building, dragging him through the building. Now talking crazy mess to Mark, telling him if this is all you got, I don't know why they sent me. Fighting you has been fun, just too easy though. He takes his ass through another building just to dip out the side and slam him on the ground. This nigga Conquest is doing whatever he wants to Mark right now. Conquest picks his ass back up, palm strikes his ass away, follows this nigga's body that's being skipped across the ground just to stomp on this nigga's chest and start skating on him. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what I'd do if a nigga started using my chest as a surfboard, but Conquest sent Mark flying into this bus. Conquest over here talking crazy mess to Mark, getting ready to end his life, but Oliver pulls up, puts both of his
Kate could never do that for you, Immortal. I'm saying.
feet in this nigga mouth, drop kicking his ass away. Mark gets up and he's over here telling Oliver he gots to go, but Conquest is like, bro, look at you. You was cooked. Stay down. Pulls up on bro and hits him with the nastiest back I done ever seen. And punches the mess out of Oliver.
Right.
Had that nigga Oliver throwing up every single one of his baby teeth.
This part really was unsettling, man. I can't tell you enough how much this made me just like, it made me so squeamish because you have a literal kid going up against a grown ass Viltrumite like Conquest. Dude, he punched him so hard, all his fucking teeth fell out. And then he was, dude.
As Conquest grabbed Oliver.
This part made me feel so bad for Oliver.
But Mark gets up and he helps little bro out, tackles Conquest, and bro's like, whoa, you're faster than I thought. Grabbed Marcus by the head and punched the hell out of cuz. Made this mean ass shockwave, but Mark ate that and tackled bro into a building as Cecil pulls up, taking Oliver's defeated, beat up ass body to the GDA. We go back to the Mark and Conquest whoops, and what happened? This nigga Mark just wound up in the ocean, getting skipped across that bitch. Conquest then grabs Mark by the back of the head as he's rushing towards this beach full of people. And oh nah, I'm getting season 1 train PTSD. And I was right
PTSD
so
for sure.
He uses this nigga Mark's body to run roughshod through this beach.
The shockwave ripped people to pieces, bro. That's how fast they were going. Like, imagine you somewhere on the beach with your family, with your significant other, enjoying like a fucking, you know, like a smoothie or drink, having a beer, and you get ripped to pieces because 2 Viltrumites are fighting. That's crazy.
And city for what?
You probably wouldn't even see it happening or probably wouldn't even feel it. You'll just be dead.
just enjoying their day until they got a body rammed at them at the speed of sound. Mark broke free from Conquest's clutches and he punched the piss out of bro.
Boom.
Just for Conquest's body to run into an Adam Eve shield. Conquest goes after Eve one more time, but Mark tackles bro in the back. So Conquest headbutt Mark off of him and then karate chopped this nigga leg so hard the bone came off. Mark's ass had to call a timeout. Now Eve steps up, puts a ball around Conquest and he just claps that bitch away. So Eve suits up, puts that damn armor around her as Conquest just rushes at her and she stops him in his tracks by increasing the density in the air. While this nigga completely exposed, Eve pulls out a mallet and binks the hell out of bro. She hits bro with a mallet 2 more times, but that 3rd time, Conquest catches it. Conquest then breaks that mallet.
Oh,
Do you play League of Legends? Microsoft has a brand new way to get Riot.
And he's like, nigga, I hear you breathing hard. You've been in this fight for 2 seconds. You already out of breath. As he starts trying to pull up on Eve, and she puts up shield after shield after shield, and he's breaking through them hoes. After he breaks the last one, from all the debris of Eve's power, she forms a ball around this nigga's head and crushes bro with 2 spiked balls. She was not done though. Throws 2 arrows at bro, knocking him back, and then she squeezes his ass with 2 big ass squares. Eve is having her TN versus Cell moment.
For real, that's what it felt just like TN and semi-perfect Cell. It really did.
She then threw the 2 spike balls at Conquest. He weaved. She then hit this nigga with a square and a spike ball. He dodges the 2nd spike ball and starts surfing on that square she just threw, just to narrowly escape getting squished again. Another spike ball was on his ass. He couldn't dodge it, so he tried to punch it, and when he punched it, Eve turned that bitch into water just to throw this last big ass arrow at bro. But this time Conquest just caught that bitch. As Conquest pulls up on Eve and he starts breaking armor piece after armor piece until her ass is completely exposed.
I mean,
he then punches the piss out of Eve and pierces her right through.
I mean, look at this, Chad. I mean, he punches her so hard, pieces of her face is gone. That, bro, golly.
To the gut. Mark sees his shorty just got shish kebabbed. I mean, God damn. Got turned into a donut. Got fucking Ike Turner. Like, this nigga Conquest
got
is
her
going
organs
crazy.
out and
Mark
everything.
trying to make sure Eve not dead. Over here crying his eyes out. And pause. Let's just.
He also did more work with the Guardians. Eve could have chopped off his head. I feel like Eve could have maybe when Eve had Conquest in this little, like, I guess this bubble around his head. I wonder if she could have like made it to where he couldn't have received any oxygen or something, or maybe she could have like suffocated him or something. That would have been cool. If Mark and Adam Eve had a kid, I wonder what power they would have. Well, I don't want to say any spoilers, but I mean, I think it's more like a mixture, but yeah.
Take a second out of this, man. This nigga Steven Ewing voice acting his ass off. And then this nigga Conquest starts monologuing to Mark while his bitch is on the deathbed. Told that nigga Mark thank you. He does not get to have this much fun often. There's so many mission parameters he has to go through. Don't destroy this, don't destroy that. But when he got to Earth, they was like, hey man, just take the bitch over. They ain't tell him nothing else other than that. But Mark shuts that nigga up. He says, I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how fast you are. I can see the future. You don't live to see tomorrow. And just like that, round 3 starts. So these boys fly at each other top speed and they clash, and oh nah. Mark's entire arm fell off the bone like a turkey leg, while on the bright side he broke that nigga Conquest metal arm. Conquest like, damn, now we're getting somewhere, but Mark don't even let him finish the thought. He gets this mean ass punch off on bro and gets this 2-piece just to whip another 2-piece, and then Conquest grips this nigga up with a bear hug. And then he's like, I don't know what the fuck you thought was happening, young blood. Getting mad does not make you stronger. And Mark just takes a bite out of this nigga's shoulder. I mean, that nigga took a meaty chunk off of bro.
Damn,
Conquest and Mark just start fighting like these boys is in Dragon Ball Z, as we see Samantha Eve Wilkins, the GOAT herself, restructures her entire body, fixing everything. Marcus then drops Conquest.
That's such a busted power. I know that's in her wheelhouse, but if you think about it, that is so busted. But I'm glad she has that, you know, that shit saved her life.
Just onto the ground and just starts pummeling this nigga into the damn dirt. Mark turns around and sees that his bitch is indeed not dead. But Conquest yokes this nigga up, slams him on his knee and then on the ground. Told that nigga to pay attention. Like, damn, nigga, I can't be a little excited. My bitch is not dead. Like, you need to relax, Grandpa. And then we get this other Conquest monologue. This shit was not in the comics. I wish I could play the whole entire thing. But Amazon would break into my house and forcefully remove my kneecaps from my legs. But if you're watching this video, I'm pretty sure you've seen the episode by now.
Yeah.
Because Brother Man talked about how he was lonely. Talk about how none of the Viltrumites want to be his friends because they're scared of him. He gets sent on missions from planet to planet, doing his job better and better. And as he gets better at his job, the other Viltrumites fear this nigga more and more. And then he drops probably the hardest line a villain could ever say. This nigga says, I am a victim of my own success. And then he's like, Conquest, I don't even get a real name. Everything about this nigga is aura from the mud. Conquest like top 5 old niggas all time. The whole time Conquest was giving that monologue to Mark, this nigga Marcus was staring daggers into Conquest. He was not breaking eye contact. Conquest then tells Mark sometimes he feels so lonely he could cry, but nobody in the universe would care. I'm not gonna lie, this some real nigga shit. Sometimes you just gotta let it out, gang. He then tells Mark to take this shit to his grave. As Conquest starts putting that pressure on Mark, choking the life out of dog. But Eve in the background still charging something up. As Conquest turns around, it gets mowed down. I mean, burns the hell out of this nigga. Mark over here trying to console his naked ass girlfriend, and then Conquest undying ass stands up once again. Conquest says, this time I'll make sure she's dead. Angry Mark rushes at bro, pops the mess out of bro in the mouth. Then he hits him with another one, dropping him on the ground. As he goes back to pound town on this nigga. Pause. Conquest catches Mark's hand, says, I got enough fight left for you, little nigga. Breaks that nigga hand like a damn Kit Kat. And Mark's crazy ass says, not nearly enough, and starts headbutting the piss out of this nigga Conquest. He over here headbutting this nigga so hard, I got a damn headache. And after like 5 headbutts, he asked this nigga, is this enough? And Conquest like, you know,
I take the good with the bad.
And Mark proceeds to force feed his head into this nigga's mouth over and over and over again until Mark rearranged Conquest's face to look like when Bubble Bass sat on Squidward. I mean, god damn, that nigga is chopped. But Mark goes over to Eve. All the superheroes pull up, and I mean, like, nigga, y'all pulled up too damn late.
I mean, honestly, they pulled up, but I mean, what did you think that they were gonna do to Conquest? They would have got obliterated if they tried to help Mark. I mean, they would have probably lasted like 5 minutes, and then, I mean, I don't even think Tech Jacket would have been able to do anything to Conquest, and he's probably one of the most strongest characters. I mean, in amongst them, I should say.
Like, the nigga dead already. I won. I beat his ass. I don't need any more help. They saw that nigga get this shit rocked. They was like, ooh, I don't know if I could do that one, gang. If you doing Mark like that, what he gonna do to me? And I know Duplicate and Immortal just retired, but like, come on, bro. Y'all saw this shit going down.
Bro, what? I mean, I get that they retired, but can you really, like, I don't understand, like, as much as I hate Duplicate Kate and Immortal, like, they could not just be seeing that shit and be like, yeah, we retired, sorry. I mean, bro, if Conquest, let's just think hypothetically, if Conquest had killed Invincible and Eve, y'all gonna have to fight anyway because he's gonna take over the whole world. I mean, what you gonna do if, I mean, at some point you're gonna have to fight regardless, you know?
That was like,
even if they would get, like, you know, destroyed.
That's crazy. But anywho, to be fair, they wouldn't have been any help at all because they are fucking bums. But it's the thought that counts. Mark heals up. He's over here with Oliver, and he's like, Oliver, your little ass was right. If any nigga mess with my family, they are done for. We have a funeral for Rex. Mark sees Conquest's body. He tells Cecil
not to
burn
body.
That shit. And gosh, I'm not gonna lie, I'm petty as hell. Do you know how many niggas in my first season 3 Invincible video was saying, but guys, Cecil was in the right? Nah, that nigga Cecil was never in the right because he decides to keep Conquest's body, revive this nigga so he can then torture him and then get more secrets on the Viltrum Empire.
What makes you think, the thing about Cecil that I can't stand about him is, okay, so for one, I get the logic that Cecil has about keeping, you know, trying to protect the whole world from these super powered beings, but I just think that if you saw Conquest like straight rip through buildings and pretty much like dog walk Mark this entire fight, thankfully Eve had, you know, Mark's help. But I don't think anything's gonna hold something like that, you know? He should have just listened to Invincible and just say, hey, you know, just burn the body. But hey, what do I know? I mean, I think that it's like, I don't think anybody like Cecil can go and torture someone as powerful as Conquest. That's why, you know, he gets away.
We had niggas defending Cecil, by the way. Nah, I'm gonna need y'all to hold this L. This nigga Cecil always been a bum. Like, this nigga got
5 minutes. Hold on, bro. You doing too much. You got too much faith. Yeah, maybe not 5 minutes. They probably wouldn't even last 5 minutes, honestly.
King Von Quest locked up thinking that he's not gonna break out. Is he stupid? But my nigga Mark gets some victory back shots, and yeah, man, that's the end of season 3. I'm just letting you guys know it's only up from here. Invincible is that gas. But that's the end of the video, man. Moral of the story is, don't fight a nigga that's just this.
Niggas think I'm fighting to save the day, but really, nigga, I just like to fight. I don't care about none of that shit. Please, just let me go. A lot of good. Nightmare to them ops, ho!
You will not have a good time. But that being said, if you liked, like, comment, subscribe, do the good stuff, and yeah, I'm out of here. Bye.
Good video, man. Cool Uno 9. Good video, bro. But yeah, that's gonna be season 4 is gonna be crazy. I hope it doesn't take a year to come out, bro. I feel like season 3 took forever to come out, and I was sitting there fiending for the next season. And like, honestly, I get it. They want to just make sure they take their time to get the show right. But man, it's just when you have a good show that like this, you just want to just see it. You just want to watch it, man. So, good stuff. Cecil keeps too many secrets. That's why he can't be trusted. Yeah, it's like, I get that Cecil has this like this ideology that, for one, he feels like good or bad guys can be rehabilitated and they could be useful for like the fight against different villains and different types of powers that threaten the earth. I get it, okay? But I think that Cecil needs to be more transparent and honest with Mark. I just think that Mark, I just hate it when Cecil put that like device in Mark's ear to, I guess it was like a high pitched frequency that would like incapacitate Mark. I didn't like that shit because I don't think Mark deserves that. I think Cecil went and told Mark, "You're not like your father. You're not like Omni-Man." But then he'll go and just betray his trust. And, you know, Mark had a valid crash out. I mean, hey, I can't trust you anymore. So, I mean, I think Cecil went about it the wrong way. That's just all I'm saying. Then, of course, he went and got Conquest's body. He kept him there at this secret base. And he just underestimates, you know, how strong, for one, Viltrumites are. But secondly, I think that he needs to just be upfront and be honest. He's being just way too secretive. Cecil's a hypocrite? Yeah, I believe that. A person just tried to kill you. Now he wants you to be teammates? No. Yeah, I don't know. It's just Cecil. I get it because, you know, and if you look from Cecil's perspective, he has to do what he can to defend or protect Earth, right? So I guess he was thinking like if Invincible somehow like turns on us, then we might have like a contingency plan for Invincible, kind of like Batman, but he's no Batman. He can't think like Batman, so he makes a lot of mistakes. So yeah, I don't know, man.